got Trisscorp versus ArcBliss. And
This is the final match of Mystery Tournament before Top 8. One of these two is going to join our other 7 players in our big Top 8 event. One of them is being eliminated from Mystery Tournament 16. This match is going to decide it.
And speaking of before top 8, here's ArcBliss. Look at that win rate, 65%. But 2 9th place finishes, I believe in 15 and 13.
Look,
I want to say 14 was 13th place.
look at these stats. This is so unfair. They've both been in 8 MTs before. They both have a win rate of about 70%. And Trisscorp has 7 top 8 appearances versus ArcBliss's 0. What the hell?
Yes, the only time Triss has ever missed top 8 was his first appearance.
This is so unfair.
He went 0-2.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Triss is a top tier competitor for a reason. But ArcBliss, no slouch. Real good. 2 9th place finishes is definitely nothing to scoff at. But ArcBliss is looking for that first star.
He can do it. I think the odds are against him. But he's too good to not have a chance in this.
Hey, being a Dark Fusion is better than being a Fire Fusion, so... There is
Take your word for it.
There's some real good... There's a Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, so that's a good fusion already.
I was gonna ask you, Miss, if you know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh?
Nope.
Because every time Yu-Gi-Oh
No,
comes
not
up,
even
I'm
a
like,
little.
I don't know.
Instead of testing top 8 games yesterday, I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh, so...
There's plenty of time before Top 8. Unfortunately. We're going to decide with this match who our top 8 players are, and then we are going to wait very patiently and excitedly for almost 3 weeks. I guess it's closer to 2 weeks now for our top 8 event.
Yeah, and it's also a bit nerve-wracking. Because, you know, like I gotta play against Adam. This match, I wanna win. Not easy.
Nerve-wracking for me too. Just like, I don't know, everyone's always got the expectations that the really good games are going to be in there. And like, yeah, I think they're good, but like, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're also still they're just games though, like, I don't know.
Top 8 deciding people, like testers and stuff, they've been hyping up the top 8 games so much.
Too much.
I think you mean just me.
There is no way.
Mostly.
There is no way.
It's mostly me. And mostly because of like 2 of the games in there.
Also, last year, there was some pretty special stuff. Snowdozer made a level pack of, what was that game called with the ball?
Enigma.
Oh, yeah.
Enigma.
That was a good game.
That was very special. Someone made a clone of Catherine called Mystery Tower that the players got to play, and then there was the Doom Wad with a bunch of other game stuff in there that eventually devolved into Lawnmower. There was some pretty... That's a tough act to follow in a lot of ways.
So much Lawnmower.
Yeah. Here we have the path that both players have taken to get here. Both players have 1 loss. Trisscorp comes to Captain Drake in just the previous match in Reticle Star. Very cool game.
That was a dominant performance by Drake, too.
Yeah, not all that close a race.
Let's see, what else have you played? Fire Striker. Very good game. I played that in co-op tournament, actually. It's a kind of breakout-ish style game.
Wait, what was Reticle?
It's a very weird game.
It was the one you wanted to play, where you could click with your mouse to teleport, but was otherwise a sort of Pico-80 platformer.
Yeah, I played it. It turns out you jump with the left mouse button.
Mm-hmm.
What? What do you mean? What? Why not space?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
That means you grab an auto hotkey script to bind it for you.
Ah, yeah, and then I didn't really bother. And you can't bind it to like joy to key type either
Yeah,
because you
can't.
need the mouse.
And Trisscorp played 2 licensed handheld games, which I don't even want to talk about, so.
Iron Man was pretty okay. It was a bit zoomed in. Level design was a bit difficult to read the flow of, but both players did well in that regard. And the race was close for a long time, but Trisscorp came in on top, and then Transformers Prime was just long. There was a lot of just doing a combo into a boss, and then the boss is invincible and hits you out of it, and yeah, it was not the most exciting battlefield for the likes of Trisscorp and the Mexican Runner to meet on, but Trisscorp came in on top. ArcBliss has had the longer road, not having a bye and losing a little bit earlier.
So you played a Dresser Union Tinkle Pit, very fast-paced arcade maze game. That's a cool one. Played Ridley Dragon and Javelin, MT classic, kind of puzzly, action-y platformer. Very cool game.
Wampus was an NES homebrew game, top-down, kind of like Zelda-ish, walking around, shooting little projectiles in your 4 cardinal directions, trying not to take damage. A little bit janky. And then not in Tower of the Scorched Sea. It was a different game that they played after
It's not
that.
on the draw list, so I don't know what it is.
Inferna, that's right.
At least I don't think it is.
Adam defeated ArcBliss in Inferna, and it was a very dominant performance. Adam really killed it. It was a difficult game
for this MT.
Yeah, it was a difficult game, and it was extremely punishing if you died. So the fact that Adam was aggressive the way that they were was surprising. But if you don't die, then you are, I suppose, justified in your actions. So that sent ArcBliss down to the lower bracket, where I missed him play Jackazam and Cats Are Liquid, A Light in the Shadows.
I saw that in the testing sheet. I'm like, this is the stupidest title I've ever seen. I love it. I didn't see it either, though.
I saw it. It was it was kind of like Loco Roco, but you only control one character and you can fly.
I don't know Loco Roco, so this
What?
doesn't help me.
Well, you can jump around, but you can also turn your cat into a liquid and then you roll around, I guess. And it's about dodging obstacles, like everything that's red kills you, and I don't know, like my problem with the game was that all the levels felt kind of random. Like you just go to the right and then there's like a thing and you jump over the thing and then other thing appears, like
It lacked direction.
yeah.
Hey Maurice, I have a surprise for you. Re-update the matches thing. Like, refresh it.
Oh, it's Inferno.
Yeah, there you go. They were both on the draw sheet, and it picks the first one, of course.
Yeah. You have to delete.
And then played Pika Pals in Line. That was like a kind of, I guess, minimalistic puzzle game. That's how I'd describe it. It's paths.
There are nodes that need a certain number of connections in and out of them. You draw a continuous line to sort of satisfy all of the node endings. It's very easy for almost the entire goal, so it's more of a sprint than it is the sort of sit and think and have an aha moment sort of puzzle game. And so it was a blitz between these two players to get through it.
I do distinctly remember ArcBliss solving one so quickly that we turned for a second to look at Pika Pals and it's like, oh, that was solved. Speaking of solving things, here's Alter Ego. This is our video game. This is a really cool game.
Maurice has held this up multiple times as a stellar example of NES homebrew games on commentary, and despite it being submitted, I didn't test it, so I've never seen it before, and I've been unable to sort of back him up on any of it. So I'm excited to see what it's about.
I've not played this version.
So, we're going to play this with an infinite life cheat. Because, like Lala the Magical, for some reason this game is insanely hard without one. So just, like, judge it in that context, in you have infinite lives. Then it's good.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I can see this being not that good.
Yeah, I like this being hyped up as NES homebrew, because this is actually just a port. Like, this is not even originally NES homebrew. Which is the funniest part to me. Like, this is one game that people always turn to for that. This is actually a port of a ZX Spectrum game.
ZX Spectrum.
Which sucks, so...
Right, this is Alter Ego. We collect squares. We collect bouncing pink squares. Pretty easy, except by pressing some button, maybe B. You change positions with your Alter Ego. So on ArcBliss's side right now, you can see he's on the right, and on the left there's like an outline of himself. By pressing the button, you switch with your outline. You have as many switches as it says in the top left. It's the life counter and the switch counter, so you can switch that often. It's a puzzle execution heavy game.
I didn't see the puzzle part of it seemed kind of light until you said there was a set number of switches, and then suddenly it got very puzzly.
Yeah. So
the level's gonna end for Trisscorp when he grabs all these, right?
yes.
He doesn't have to worry about getting to safety or anything afterwards. Okay.
Music's really good in this.
Your lock to tile movement.
Oh yeah.
We got green squares. Oh, only
Yeah.
the shadow can pick up the green squares. Okay. Uh-oh.
This
Oh, he's
would
gonna have
probably
enough
work.
switches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just switch now. Switch. Or don't.
ArcBliss gonna be finishing just behind Trisscorp.
No.
Oh!
No.
Why? Oh, it needs to go all the way across
but
now.
He can fix it at least. Like he can drop to the left of these scouts.
Yeah. But this is a lot of time.
Oh!
Now it's even more time lost.
Why did you do that?
Oh, I really don't know. That's gotta be frustrating. That's not the foot you want to lead off on in a race against Trisscorp.
Imagine only having 3 lives to this.
Brutal.
Oh, no,
Oh,
the Alter
the
Ego
ego's above you.
Yeah.
Whoa. So if you fall to the middle, the ego is also gonna go into the middle, I assume.
Probably, yeah. I feel like arc-headed, basically. Just collect the bottom 3 and then switch, top 3, middle, and then the right.
Yep, Arc's got it. Trisscorp is 2, maybe 3 levels ahead already.
They're definitely going to get significantly harder later.
2 switches for Trisscorp to get around the skull. Has no more switches, but I think this can work.
Yeah,
Racing the skull, no, is gonna back up.
Just gonna have to wait a bit.
It's really scary. That level, like you only had 2 switches, and Trisscorp used them both immediately at the very start to quickly get around a skull.
Oh, you gotta drop down in each of the columns now.
Okay.
This is interesting.
Using the ladder to duck around. ArcBliss with a quick clear.
Gotta wait for this cycle. Oh, Trisscorp's not gonna try and cut the cycle. Good idea, don't do that. Take it slow, because this is not a level that you want to die on, because it's all waiting on cycles.
Trisscorp realizes you can't use the switches to like get back. You always have to walk back.
Yeah. Oh! Oh yeah, wait, the level just ends. Right, okay. Perfect reflect. You get one switch to make it all happen. Trisscorp uses it right away, and then identifies something in the level that is going to prevent him from finishing in that state.
Well, you have to switch in the right middle, of course.
Yeah.
You could drop down at the end.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to
Not
collect
fast
all
enough
of
to
these
make
at
that
the
cycle.
start.
Yeah, down is like a safe direction in this game because most of the time you can actually, all of the time you could always get back down.
Not always.
Well, yeah, not always, but pretty much almost always.
ArcBliss waiting for the cycle.
I mean, you have to wait for the cycle anyway. You could maybe make this one, but I wouldn't even try. Whoa, that was late. And Trisscorp just like keeps doing levels.
Oh, so you need to go... wait, this isn't even... I don't know
It's
what
like
the deal is.
It's like a reverse troll.
Trisscorp opens up going left, which is having your sides on the wrong side, basically, for the top ones, and didn't like it. But this should work.
This one was
vertical
tough, I
level?
think. Yeah, this one was like weird at the end, I think. There was something weird about this one.
Trisscorp uses 2 switches on the left side. He's gonna use
I
his
don't like
last
that.
switch there. That's
Yeah.
not gonna work.
He's good. Like this, Trisscorp can get these 3.
Drops down.
So it's gonna spend the switch on it, I guess.
Falls down.
Oh yeah, this will work.
has one...
Yeah, this'll
Yeah.
work though.
Nice. I think he's gonna destroy my time at least. Because I did raise this. Let's see.
If he keeps up this pace, he's gonna destroy ArcBliss's time. A good approach into the end of the level for ArcBliss. Just needs to... He's gonna be safe and run behind these skulls. Zupa pixels.
Let me.
I don't know.
Apparently, I don't know, a boss or something? Oh, it's probably a level name.
Well, yeah. But
Yeah.
I
Why?
know, it's stupid. Because it's funny.
Ooh, Triss is gonna leave a lot of switches to.
Yeah.
Quote from
Switches
Alanim,
could
I
do
thought
it.
Zupa Pixels was a boss!
Oh, this will actually do it.
Just enough.
Wow. But I checked and I took 19 minutes. I think Trisscorp is gonna do this in under 15. Ooh, I don't know, but there's 2 switches for this. Gonna be close. Oh, he gets all of them.
Oh! Traps the skull.
I thought
One
maybe
quick, clever move.
he would move like halfway, then get the stuff on the left, and then teleport back.
So ArcBliss made the very natural move of getting the ones on top while you're on top, but it leaves you stuck going back left for the bottom ones, and then the bridge collapses and there's nothing you can do.
He's also leaving the one on the top left, which there's no way to get now.
Yes.
Yeah, if you had teleported at the start, then you would be good here.
Yeah.
I don't think he even sees the... Oh, he does. Okay, he's like, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
can
now
do
I know how
this.
to do the end. I just got to do the start first. I can put it all together. Just go over the switch, waiting for the skull to switch again.
Middle is kind of like wonky, you know, like you can't really be sure how you want to line up these cycles, I feel.
The fall speed takes a long time.
Ooh.
Ooh, dodges to the right. What a good instinctive move of just like this is not gonna line up, I gotta do something. And wow.
So close.
Yeah, Trisscorp showing why he's a top 8 staple.
Oh,
It's
and
kind
quick
of
switch.
blowing
Nice.
through the game.
Yeah. First trying this one too.
ArcBliss is waiting for some skulls. Okay.
Did he use a
Used
switch
too
much?
many switches early on, I think, yeah.
Oh wait, no, this works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to visualize it. Like how you can drop and switch. and
Falling
walk
down
left and
for
right.
free instead of saving a switch, yeah.
Trisscorp once
Sure.
again, first trying low.
Who needs infinite lives?
There's so little room for ArcBliss to catch up the way that Trisscorp is playing.
Wait, how do you do that? Right in the middle? I guess
Could not see how to do that.
I guess the wall is fake. You just try to walk through it from the left. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Surprise.
stupid.
That's how you know it's a ZX Spectrum game.
If you look at the sprites, the shadows are like going the other way on the blocks on the left.
Oh, there's Zupa Pixels.
They've been mirrored.
In case everybody out there was wondering what level Zupa Pixels was, here you go. I love the like slight midair fall from Triss, just to try and have a little more leniency to dodge the cycle.
Just stop getting system noise.
A few switches is enough for ArcBliss to finish the level. Trisscorp needs one more. Gets barely high enough. Switches with his head into the ceiling, but is still good.
This level, the previous one was called Almost There. This one is called Final Chamber. I think Trisscorp is gonna do this in like 13 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, there's no switches in this one. I think that makes it easier.
It's just a platformer. All of your
Yeah,
base instincts
he's
are
already
completely
got it.
correct.
He's gonna do this in
you
12:20.
You can't screw this up.
Is that really it?
Yeah.
Dot
Wow.
done. 12:21 is the time. Trisscorp is going to top 8. ArcBliss succumbs to the fight against destiny.
Unless ArcBliss can do this in 2.5 minutes.
Oh.
Whoa, Trisscorp is in the secret Pac-Man 256 level.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good
Nice
point.
kill screen.
I do not think ArcBliss can do this. Trisscorp says, I'm in memory hell.
It's going crazy over there.
That was so
Well, the
fast!
winds of fate.
What the
the
hell?
winds of fate were upheld again. Trisscorp cannot miss top 8.
It was so fast! Oh, what?
That was too fast.
Let's look at these race times. The best beat the game, unlimited lives. Okay, there was only one race of this. So that was 19 minutes. 12:21! That's crazy.
Absolutely
This
dominating
is
performance.
Trisscorp's 8th consecutive top 8.
There's only been 16 mystery tournaments. He's only been in 9 of them.
Yeah, and ArcBliss once again, 9th place, but a very good showing this time.
I feel like it's going to be.
He's in the club with Zenik.
We should keep that 19-minute time or whatever, like sort of in the back of our minds, and just think of like, if ArcBliss had been up against anyone other than this Trisscorp here today, his performance might have been good enough for a win.
In my defense, this was 2018, this was the first MT that I was in the community.
Was it a big race, or is it just like you and someone else?
It was 4 people. Oh, wait a second! ArcBliss was in this!
Yeah, I know, I saw that, and
This took 21 minutes!
What a shocking development.
I'm looking at the players and I'm like, oh, ArcBliss, that's a good player. He was in this race too. And I'm like, hey, hold on a second. ArcBliss is also in this one.
He was not blind.
Oh my
and
god.
Then got thoroughly trounced anyway.
His comment was, hacking fun game, hacking better music, good race.
Wow.
I look over and I go, who was in this race? Glitchless, Looneyclot, Maurice, and ArcBliss.
It's really easy to forget. We've seen Maurice on commentary be completely baffled that a game he's been commentating for 40 minutes was a game he played in its entirety.
I still don't believe that I have played Marlon.
Trisscorp himself raced a Tiny Toons platformer and thought he was blind, and then found out afterwards that actually there's a race on SRL and my name's attached to it, but...
Hello?
Hello.
Hi. I'm kind of confused. I was expecting to for the game to get real, but it just hit me where we're done. I am just like, okay.
Yeah, well, I suspect for other people, it did get real. It did get to a certain level of difficulty, or at least sort of engaging difficulty. But you really just blew through it. We were looking at past times of this game, and the fastest we could find was 19 minutes. So you were way under that.
And
that 19 minutes was Maurice, by the way, in case you end up fighting him in top 8.
Really?
Hey, this was 2018. I was a different person.
Yeah, that's fair. But I was like, I was kind of surprised that just like, okay, it's done now. Okay. I was kind of like, I wonder where the retime is. If like, is it on the? I mean, if you have to re-roll, is that like 15?
Yeah.
20 minutes?
It's if both players finish under 15.
As in ArcBliss just finished.
But as the second finish comes in at 17:33, it is not going to be what happens. You are the victor. You are going to top 8 again, Trisscorp.
Fighting Neitzel.
What? Oh my god. I keep getting into top 8 all the time. I don't understand.
Hey, you know what? It's gonna be real great for you, because guess what? You don't have to fight Andy in Losers 8.
That just gets me more worried, because...
Yeah.
What if...
You don't fight Andy,
I'm
just the guy who beat
destroyed.
him.
Yeah, I'm just getting more destroyed.
Somebody close the prediction so I get my points. I faked Maurice out and I voted for Triss anyway.
Huh?
Because I told you I was going to vote for ArcBliss, but then I remembered that Trisscorp speedrun Spyro 2, so I have to vote for a fellow Spyro 2 runner.
Makes sense.
That was a long time ago. It
Still
was
counts.
mostly... It was during the, like, get yourself speedrunning.
Your PB is still 20 minutes faster than mine, so...
Well, when I did get yourself speedrunning, I played through the game, and I trained myself I learned the route in like 5 days, and I got like 1 hour and 8 minutes or something, I think. And I haven't really played much since then. So I kind of, and it's mostly because I purchased the game, a real copy and PS2, but my capture card is just like 3 seconds slower. So I never like. It kind of bummed me out, and I never went back to it.
We're joined by
Hello.
ArcBliss. Hello.
Hello. I told you it was destiny.
Yeah,
GG.
so you,
GG, yeah.
there's a lot to talk about.
There's no easy way to say this.
So first off, Trisscorp has by far the fastest blind time. Like Maurice will be the first one to tell you that his time was from 2018, his first mystery tournament, but he finished in 19 minutes. So this 12-something time from Trisscorp is kind of crazy. And I hope that puts your 17-minute time in perspective.
Yeah, that means I beat Maurice, so, you know.
Well, you beat
I'm a
Maurice this time. It turns out you were in that race with Maurice back
I
then.
do not remember this game at all.
Yeah, we discovered that afterwards. And that time you were at 21 minutes. So he beat you then, and you improved your time a little bit.
Yeah, that's funny. I literally had no memory of this game. I have blocked it from my mind.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's even funnier. Now you have the ultimate victory.
Yeah.
I wasn't even blind. Yeah, that's funny.
I would have been so sad if you had won this race and then we went back and it was like, no, he's not blind. What? And then it was.
Yeah, I literally did not remember it like at all. 4 years is a long time, kids.
And I was saying this happened to you, Trisscorp. There was like a Tiny Toons game that you just completely did not remember you had played before.
Yeah, it was last MT, and we actually redid the match with another game, so I'll find it is a big relief on my part.
Yeah, I mean, well, so you beat ArcBliss twice, it seems, both the first run through and then on the second one.
Yeah.
So that is a decisive win.
I would have been furious about that.
Like, I only remembered the name because I'm used to, seeing the homebrew lists, but I did not remember the game at all. That's funny.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen this game. Alter Ego
I obviously have.
Alter Ego comes up so many times in video games, I'm just like, it's hard to remember.
So, Trisscorp came in and kind of had this experience of waiting for the hard levels to come.
Yeah.
And then it was over. And I was like, well, I think for some people, some of those levels are hard. And so I'm curious if there were some that kind of had you scratching your head a little bit.
Not really. It was mostly just, I don't know if you guys had my sound on at all, but I did not have Facebook muted and started getting a whole bunch of messages in the middle of the race. And then my actual phone rang and I was like, what the hell, why is everything happening right now? So I had stopped at the start of one stage, but it was after Triss already done, so I didn't care.
Okay.
But there was no real stage where I was like, oh, this looks too hard to figure out.
You always had at least some idea of what you should be doing in the stage.
Yeah, only one stage did I go through and then realize I was one warp too short and then had to go, do it differently. My bad. Yeah. I don't think any are actually overly difficult.
Yeah, I think it was more about it's the kind of game where it's easy to burn a warp in the wrong place. Like if you're careless and you do it wrong, you have to redo the stage. And both of you just seem to find the correct way to go. Certain moves sort of felt good or felt bad, and so that sort of naturally steered you down the right path for the most part, I want to say.
Yeah, I've played so many puzzle games that are just like you only have so many function of this skill or something.
Yeah.
And it's just like I had to savor this at the best moment. And sometimes it was just like faster to do it, but mostly it was just the right call.
Oh,
Well,
I think for me, it was more of my issue was I would go, oh, I can make that fall in time, and then just clip a skull.
yeah, we saw actually. There's a stage it's in the sort of middle of the stage. You have to get some collectibles that are like right in the very middle, so swapping is never going to help you.
Yeah.
And there were some timed falls down onto some skulls, and we were very impressed, Trisscorp, when you were able to sort of at the last second take a step to the right and just barely get around a skull after you had fallen.
Yeah, I did that several times. You just go up a ladder and the skeleton head was just like one pixel, one step to the left and going back to me and just sneaking past. Just to save one split, which I didn't need. Too.
Well, it kept you alive at the end of a stage, and it was stuff like that, I guess, that is what got you such a fast time. ArcBliss, everyone was rooting for you, I think, in a lot of ways.
Well, I hope it stopped after I found out I cheated, you know. Even I didn't know I cheated, so that's pretty good.
No one suspected foul play.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, we had that earlier this tournament with TMR too, right? He played Shinobi, and it turned out he had already played it, but just didn't remember anything from it.
Yeah, it turns out if you play hundreds,
yeah, when you play games non-stop and some of them are 20 minutes long, they don't stick with you years later.
Exactly. Well, so just bigger picture, I guess. Like, what does it mean to you to be in Mystery Tournament and do so well, yet just miss out on this top 8 event? Like, is it genuinely frustrating, or do you just kind of laugh and shrug your shoulders?
No, I am okay. I'm being able to get 9th 3 times now, or whatever it's at, is mildly impressive to me anyways. I'm not too worried about ever just cracking that top 8. It's a barrier I want to crack, but like, I'm never disappointed, especially when I don't think I had any game I was like, wow, this is a game that make me wish I didn't join this year. I didn't have that like at all this tournament, I think. So that's a successful tournament. I don't care about the place.
Nice. Well, I think it was more than mildly successful. I think you did phenomenal.
I'll get there one day when everyone else quits.
I think you can do it. I think you can do it even when everyone else is still here. We look forward to having you back next year.
Yeah, I will definitely be back.
But for now, Mystery Tournament presses on. Trisscorp, you move on to top 8. Are you excited?
I'm there again. I'm the cockroach.
Yeah, that's the sound of excitement.
Yes.
I'm there again.
Hey, you gotta be excited. You don't have to fight Andy.
Whoa.
Yeah. Why tournament?
You might have to fight someone 325 or Drake though. if you win. So that's exciting. Mildly scary, but exciting.
I mean, it's top 8. Like you're among monsters in top 8. Like that's just how it is. Every match is a fight for your life.
Yeah. And
I'll
it's
be rooting for
usually
you.
and they usually ends me on like 7th and 5th. So I'm like barely skirting by, I feel like.
Well, we wish you all the best. Thank you so much for playing today. Congratulations, and
Thank you.
good luck in your matches. And thank you both for coming to talk to us.
Thanks for the match,
Yeah.
ArcBliss.
Good luck in top 8. I'll be rooting for you.
Well, that is going to do it for our broadcast, I can say with a certain amount of certainty, on account of there are no more matches until top 8.
When
It's
is that?
decided. It is
March
March 12th and 13th. It is a 2-day affair. And we are not going to be here on Mystery Funhouse. We are going to be on the Games Done Quick channel. So there will be a big audience there. We'll have to make sure that we're nice and loud and positive, cheering on our players in the chat. We got a bunch of great games lined up for our players and everyone.
There
I'm super
you go
looking
again,
forward to it.
calling them great games and
They're
They are
great games.
raising my expectations.
They're good games. I'm not gonna.
Myth and I can agree that at least 2 of them I know we agreed were both great.
They're not
So,
world
that's good
shaking. It's gonna blow your mind. You
not Elden
won't
Ring.
believe it.
There's no Elden Ring in top.
You're gonna be a different person at the end of this one. I can promise you that. No, we got some great games. Please look forward to them. And in terms of what you might see on Mystery Funhouse, please look forward to some other stuff. There is the Mystery event where people compete for high scores. There is the Mystery show. People are free to race rejects, or even like, I don't know, there's been plenty of good games that didn't get rejected and got raced. People could just be like, hey, that looked good. You want to do that? Right? Dropship happened. There's going to be a race of Ivy the
I thought we
Kiwi,
said good
potentially.
games.
Yeah,
I
that is...
I still have one in testing that hasn't.
Yeah, that's
still
true.
Probably
It's being
rejected.
tested.
There are some in limbo that were marked like questionable, like not outright rejected, but like, oh, I'm not sure. And another tester just never got around to it. Was pretty sure it was going to get rejected anyway, and so there are some in limbo. Most of them don't look good. I'll look up what it was and see.
Yeah,
I already know what it was. Yeah.
I understand. My game is just kinda iffy. Both way to go and.
So yeah, well, like it's the kind of like all those games that were like on the fence or whatever. Like the people could race those. People could come join the mystery show. That one Blasphemous Roar might start up again soon, so he says. And then there's some other stuff coming up. It's going to be after top 8. But please be excited for stuff.
Be excited in general.
Just things. Just be excited in life. Follow the channel if you want to see any of that mystery stuff we got going on. Otherwise, we'll see you in 15 days and 21 hours on the Games Done Quick channel for Mystery Tournament 16 Top 8. Until then, have a great day, everyone.
See you next time.